Hey y'all, so it's a different day and I wanted to come on here. I know you saw the title of the video. It said, how many jobs do I have? And well, side jobs, hustles do I have? So there's a list of them. I've been doing Shipped for the longest, since about 2018. I started off with that. Of course, I started off strong. I was out there every day. Not quite full time, but maybe about 3 days a week. So, how many jobs do I have? What do I do? So, as of right now, I have one Shipped, DoorDash, Notary, photo inspection, and that's about it. Only four avenues, but um,
6.5 hours later. A few moments later.
oh my god, I'm drawing a blank. So, where did I come from? I was always in the medical field. When I was younger, well, when I went to college, I went to Eastern Michigan University. For those in Michigan who know that school, who went to that school, hey. Um, I went to that school. I started off with nursing, and I wanted to be a nurse. And 2 years in, I had a lot going on. I think I'll do another video about that whole situation, journey, or whatever. That was a lot. But long story short, with that, I ended up in the recreational therapy major. Again, that's another long story. So, after that whole few years of my life, I went to a trade school to be a certified patient care tech. So when I started Shipped, I was working in a hospital. I believe, yeah, working midnights, 12 hours on the cardiac floor. Yeah, taking care of patients, colds every other hour. That was exciting. I loved it, but unfortunately, the hospital was technically a county hospital. It wasn't a good hospital, so didn't end up being a good experience for me. So I didn't last long there. So fast forwarding to this past year, 2020, I was working at a rehab facility in West Bloomfield as a recreational therapy aide. So I was doing recreational activities with the residents and stuff like that. So when all of this craziness happened, unfortunately lost that job, and I was still Shipped. So over the summer, Shipped was booming. It was very lucrative from March until June. I made over $1,000 in a week, $800 in a week. It was easy because people were at home. They needed that service, so it became very popular. That died down around August up until maybe a couple months ago. People, I don't know, weren't really tipping well. I kind of lost interest in it, so I stopped doing that, you know, more as much as I was. So, fast forwarding to Notary. I became a notary. I've been doing that since January. So I have Shipped and then a notary. So after that, I still had DoorDash. I had signed up for it the same time I signed up for Shipped, but I never got started with it because I didn't understand it, and I just didn't get into it. But so I decided to give it a try. Why not? So I signed up for DoorDash, maybe around January. So got started with that, and I enjoy it. It's fast money. It's in and out. You go to the restaurant, pick up their food, drop it off. Um, do I like it better than Shipped? In some aspects, I do. I would say it's easier money than Shipped. With Shipped, you have to deal with the traffic in the store along with traffic outside on the streets. It takes over an hour. in some on most days you can make more in an hour with DoorDash than you can with Shipped. So as of now, I would say I like it a tad bit more than Shipped, but what I recently enjoy about Shipped now is that they have added the instant pay to where now the money that you make on a Monday you get paid that same day, or you can transfer it to your account. So I like that. So yeah, I'm doing Shipped. I'm now a Notary and DoorDash. So photo inspection, that is fairly new as well. They emailed me. I got an email from the website Photo Inspection to my business email, and I was weird because that's a new email and that's only for business. So I don't understand how they got me email, but I probably got it off of one of the signing service or directories. So I looked into it, um, ended up signing up for it, and tried one inspection out. So it's fairly easy. You just go to whatever address is on the that they say to go to. You take one, two, three, 5 pictures of the property. You take a picture of both sides, the front, and the street scene, and the address, and you're done. And there's only been one instance where, because it's awkward, you're going to someone's property taking pictures of their house. Like, that's very awkward. So I was a little nervous. But out of, so far, I've done 7 inspections in the month of March. You only get paid on the 1st and the 15th of that next month. So I've done 7 houses so far, and only one house where a lady, she came out and she said, I'm in the middle of taking pictures, and she says, excuse me, what are you doing? And I explained to her who I was and who hired me. She's like, okay, well, wait a minute, let me call my husband because I didn't know about this. And so she goes inside, goes in the house, calls whoever, but the husband didn't answer. So I'm just out there waiting. I had my mask on. I didn't have on my name badge that day, that my notary name badge, because I do. If it happens, I tell them I'm a notary and I was hired to come and do this job. So she goes in, the husband doesn't answer. She comes out. She says, I show her where her address is listed, her where her address is in on the website for this job. And so she looks at it and she's like, oh, okay, I guess it doesn't hurt, it's harmless. I'm like, yeah. So I just, it was so awkward. So after that, I just snapped my photos and I got out of there. But I believe that's rare occurrences. I'm not actually sure if the homeowners know that their home is up for an inspection, a photo inspection. I did read that insurance companies can do them at random for insurance purposes. So I don't know, maybe I feel like it would make sense for them to know, because you got somebody coming to your house that you don't know, a stranger taking pictures of your house, and you would hope that they're there for a reason and they authorized to be there. But I don't know, it can be scary. It's because some people aren't very nice these days, and they don't like my skin color or something like that, and they see a black person on their lawn taking pictures of their house. That can go in so many different directions. So that's one thing that I do think about when going out to these homes. But that's, it's a quick way to make money and to add. I'm definitely something I'm adding to my resume. Um, it's a good experience. Honestly, I mean, it's quick gas money if nothing else, or a phone bill. It's not, I'm not making hundreds and hundreds of dollars. You make $15 an inspection. So, and there's not always a long list of houses out there to do. So that's really just mainly a side thing that I'm doing right now. Until I get to the point where my goal is for notary, my notary business to be my main source of income. I want to be not quite full time, but I want to be at least 5 days out the week. I'm having some work throughout the day. So that's my goal. But as of right now, Ship and DoorDash, notary, photo inspection, That's all that I have on my plate, all that I choose to do. Um, and I enjoy it, being in control of my schedule. I like the thought and the feeling of I could be busy every day if I wanted to. I have no excuse to not have money in my pocket, to not have work. It's a good feeling. That's my little small story. I'm going to do a video on where I came from because being a notary was not my dream job. When I was 15, I wasn't saying, oh, I want to do that. I want to be a signing agent. Absolutely not. You'd be surprised at where I came from and how I got here. So I'll do a video on that. And here I go saying so again. It's a process. I'll catch up with you later. Thank you for watching my video. Subscribe, follow. If you have any questions, comment down below.